What's good, everyone? It's Coffee. I'm back again, man, with some news, some hip-hop news. And before we jump into it, I had to roll this viral video with y'all one time, man, and see what you guys thought about this. This ish had me dying, cracking the fuck up, man. Like, how did dude keep his balance that long? You know what I mean? It's like, is this even real? Then I started thinking, and this is just probably going to sound absolutely ridiculous, preposterous to y'all. Comment, let me know, hit me with a coffee, you preposterous as fuck in the comments if I'm bugging. Was this like staged? You know what I mean? Like, did someone already slip on that patch of ice and the dude was like, yo, I got a perfect idea, we're gonna go viral? Because the cameraman just seemed to be right in the perfect spot right at the right time recording, unless it's a surveillance camera or something, but I don't believe it is. But anyways, you know, like someone slipped and then dude was like, yo, I'm gonna try to see how long I can keep my balance for. Just record. I don't know. I'm bugging, right? Who knows? But regardless, that ish is just wild and funny as hell. But jumping into the news, man, I don't know if you guys saw Diddy, former bad boy bodyguard Gene Deal, who has a pretty successful YouTube channel, you know what I mean, has had a lot of viral videos, a lot of viral sound bites since he touched down in the YouTube world, you know what I mean? And he did an interview with The Art of Dialogue the other day, and he talked about Diddy snitching on Shyne. Originally they were talking about like the death row bad boy tension, but it led into the whole Diddy Shyne thing. In comment, y'all, what do you guys think? You know, have you always thought Diddy most definitely told on Shyne? Gene was saying Shyne said that himself, but he said some other interesting things that I wanted to tap in with y'all and point out, man. He said that when the case was going on, they had someone reportedly, from Gene Deal, said that they had someone that came forward talking about, 20 bands and everyone walks. Everyone's going to be not guilty. Like there was someone who was a juror. He said Shyne will never admit to it, but they had someone on the jury, open to take that 20 G's and get not guilty verdicts. But I don't know, that kind of sounds kind of crazy, right? Because, that type of ish happens all the time, like jurors get leaned on, pressed, intimidated and stuff like that, witnesses, jurors and whatnot. And, that's known to happen. Or, there's corruption to that effect as well, where people are taking payments. But how could the juror comment, guys? Maybe I'm bugging. When I do these videos, I always want to hear from y'all, the people. But how could the juror guarantee a not guilty verdict? You know what I'm saying? Like, was he taking the 20 G's and breaking it up among the whole jury? Like, that's preposterous, right? That a whole jury is going to be open to, playing dirty like that. But the most one single juror could do is just say, hey, I'm going to say not guilty no matter what. So if, we can't come to a unanimous decision, it'll be a hung jury, which, is different than a not guilty verdict. I believe when it's a hung jury, they can't retry the case. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But regardless, that's what he was saying. I don't know why it never happened, right? But getting to talking about the snitching stuff, he said, which this isn't new news, but he said that Diddy, things changed up after the whole jury thing, that there was witnesses that came forward to Bad Boy and, basically was going to give favorable testimony to clear Diddy's name. But at the same time, that testimony flucked over Shyne. So it was clearing Diddy and implicating Shyne. And Diddy said, yo, let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's get these individuals in court to testify so I can walk. And basically it was like, yo, fluck Shyne. What happens to him happens to him. Now, there's old interview footage out there where Shyne kind of, says pretty much the exact same thing, about Diddy's defense's strategy being to call up witnesses that were very detrimental to Shyne's case. But something even more crazy that Gene Deal was speaking out about, right, is this whole situation almost never happened. And I know a lot of people might say, almost didn't happen, almost did happen, coulda, woulda, shoulda, shoulda did this, it coulda went down like that, you know what I mean? It don't matter at the end of the day. But I guess Diddy was off in the Hamptons with J-Lo, chilling, partying, got a boat, you know what I'm saying? We're going on some kind of boating excursion or something like that. And Shyne was in the club chilling with Anthony Wolf Jones, and somehow, you know, the call came through like Diddy, and Diddy decided to come, even though someone was saying, nah, man, do your thing, you know what I'm saying, with wifey. But Diddy took that trip from the Hamptons that he said was like, with good traffic, almost a 2-hour drive. So if Diddy would have just stayed out there, you know, with J-Lo, this probably would have never went down. Because if you guys recall, the whole way the situation happened was, you know, there was some cats in the bar, you know, who got into it with Diddy, you know what I'm saying, as Diddy was flexing, buying out the bar, bottle service, turning up and all that. And these cats were like trying to, you know, flex like, yo, we got money too. You know what I'm saying? Flock if you're in the industry. Flock if you're in all the videos, dancing around, you know what I'm saying? Take that, you know what I mean? Like they wanted to let Diddy know they had money too, and threw the money in his face, and the rest is history, you know what I'm saying? Shyne lit it up in the club, you know, 3 people were shot. Diddy actually later on paid a hefty settlement, which was reported but very quietly, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of wild when you look at this whole situation from then to now, the way things have turned out. Shyne's doing great in life, turned over a whole new leaf, you know what I mean? But it was a rough, long road for him, as that happened, 2000? I believe they were out on bail the whole time the case, you know, was going. I mean, I know they were out on bail the whole time the case was going on. I believe Johnny Cochran represented Diddy as well. But, you know, the guilty verdict came in. Shyne went, did his 9 years flat. And his attorneys were hard at work while he was locked up, because during the time that he was locked up, he was hit with a 9-year flat bid. The rules changed, you know what I'm saying? While Shyne was incarcerated, where they started hitting people with flat bid with post-release time. And Shyne's attorneys, you know, fought to make sure that didn't happen. And I believe it didn't happen. I'm pretty sure, but it didn't matter, because as soon as he got out, he never even got to fully walk out of the gate. Can you guys believe that? He walked out of the prison and ICE immigration picked him up, where he was taken to a federal detention center in Batavia, New York, and sat there for months and then was deported. Can y'all believe that? You know how much, like, how terrible that would be to do 9 jump offs and be like, yo, I'm going free, and get snatched up like that. But I don't know. I feel like Shyne had to know that was coming. Maybe not, though. But anyways, kind of jumping ahead, you know what I'm saying? Shyne did release some music when he got out. You know, ultimately, he had that, what was that one song? I think it was called Messiah. I flirted with that song. I thought it was pretty dope. But, you know, he put out a little bit of music here and there, but ultimately, you know, with not being able to get back into the U.S. back then, I think that's kind of what discouraged him away from music. And, you know, here he is all these years later, you know, as he is the son of the Belizean prime minister, and he's getting into the politics game, where he's pushing hard right now, you know, with this initiative to change the rules that a felon can become the prime minister or be in Belizean politics. You know, as he's been working real hard trying to get that passed and everything, and, you know, speaks about gun violence and the road that he went down and everything like that, trying to influence others to not do the same thing, you know. So all in all, full circle, it's wild when you look at how things played out for Shyne. And then between Shyne and Diddy, you know, there's some, you know, he gave an interview while he was in prison where you could tell he definitely was not happy with Diddy. But then when he came home, they ended up meeting up with each other a couple times, more or less squashing the issue. But, you know, did speak out in a couple interviews, you know, where he pretty much said Diddy threw him under the bus. But then, you know, fast forward to what, a year ago, 10 months ago, somewhere around there, you know, while he's pushing, you know, to change the rules with the whole felon prime minister thing, he does an interview with Diddy on the Revolt Network, speaking about his life story, speaking about his life and the mission that he's on now, and, you know, how he wants to look out for the people to believe. So I don't know, it's a pretty crazy story when you look at it all. You feel me? Hit the comments, guys. Let me know your thoughts about all this, you know. Whether or not you think Diddy threw Shyne under the bus. Shyne, you know, says that's all water under the bridge, as he's living a whole different life these days. Real quick, in other news, man, Whack 100, the 100 show premieres today. Big episode. If you haven't seen, you know, the previews or heard the talk about it, first episode, he had his, you know, his that new individual running with him from Clubhouse, that I guess is gonna work with them on this 100 show. But it also featured Gilly, Wallow, Adam 22, and DJ Academic. So that's a hell of a lineup for, you know, the premiere episode. Although when I heard people talking about this episode, you know, a week ago or so, kind of a sneak peek in a sense, not getting to see it, but hearing, you know, Adam 22 and them talk about it, it kind of seemed like Adam at least felt like, you know, having all those personalities there almost kind of made it to where instead of, you know, being some real in-depth content, everyone was just kind of yelling over each other. I don't know. We'll have to tune in and see what it's all about. If y'all already seen it, tap in, comment, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't and you're gonna, jump in the comments, let me know that as well. And then the last story here, this rapper, Florida rapper, I've never heard of this dude. Let me know if y'all know him. Kid Trunks, huh? I don't know this guy, but he's being referred to as an xxxtentacion affiliate, which I never seen them together, but I could be wrong. You know, I definitely flocked with X's music. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to X. But, you know, I wasn't like super into it, but I just don't recall seeing this guy. You know what I mean? I think there's a few rappers I remember, or a few individuals I remember running with X, and this guy was not one of them. But anyways, he shared pictures of him getting shot in the chin. It's pretty graphic. You see, we had to blur it out. I'll share a link to the actual tweet. And then he actually shared, you know, that he also has gotten a cancer diagnosis. So that's rough, man. That's basically what he was saying, you know, rough year so far, getting shot and, you know, being diagnosed with cancer. What a year for this guy so far, you know. So hit the comments, y'all. Let's talk about these stories. Stay tuned. Lots more content coming. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, guys. It's J Coffee, music, news, sports, and much more. I'm about here. Peace.